Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
And good Monday, not Monday. Good Wednesday morning to everybody out there. Today is the day that everybody tunes in because we have got Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, going to stir up some stuff today. How are you, Gary?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. We got the pragmatist here with us, Pat Malone. Good morning, Pat. How are you doing?
Hey, when you get ready to bribe somebody, the compensation is not blueberry moon pies.
Are you kidding me?
Come on.
It's DA on. They had the DA on, and I give a box of moon pies. I said, this is not bribery. This is just pure love. So, and he, that's kind of like what. It's kind of like the pardons. It's like pre-pardon. I'm pre-pardon.
Yeah, it was a get out of jail card free, preemptory.
And it was a double decker too, the big ones. It wasn't the little ones.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I'm in the seat. I'm ready to rob a bank or something, Hey, before we get into all this, we got an update on some of the stuff going on that a lot of folks don't know, but I'm in the know. I mean, I can't help it. I've got all these folks that's tied in with Trump and all that. And, not quite as much as Gary Chapman, but anyway, we've got the Gulf of America now. Okay, so we've got that, and we're probably going to be taking over Greenland, and they're thinking about the name. They're wanting to change the name of Greenland to Marjorie Taylor Greenland. So that's
I like that.
Marjorie Taylor Greenland. Yep. So
are they going to send her there?
I don't know, but I mean, it'd be nice.
I'd be in favor of that. Get her the heck out of Georgia.
Cold. She is cold. She might be able to survive with no issues whatsoever.
I think that's how, I always get upset because Aretha Franklin, they named a post office after her. I mean, are you kidding me? Aretha Franklin, they named a post office. I mean, not even a road or a bridge, but a post office. But this is pretty cool. Yep.
There's a state representative here in Tennessee that has put forth a process to rename the Nashville airport.
Okay.
Trump International.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You think that's gonna happen?
I don't know. I don't care a lot, but I think I just love to see a pot that needs stirred aggressively. That's
I'm
what I like. That's what I like.
So you're an agitator at heart, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think we all are. We all should be. You ought to be stirring something up for whatever you think matters.
Now you're getting into John Lewis and the good,
exactly.
Good crime, right?
Right. There you go.
Taylor Swift is an influencer. Gary is an instigator. There you go.
I'll take that. I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to do that. That looks like a lot of work.
Hey, you get all this stuff, and I've been talking to folks on Facebook and all that, that's on the left, because I got left friends, believe it or not. I'm not prejudiced at all, but the Nazi salute, man, they're all over Elon Musk over the Nazi salute. Have y'all been keeping up?
These people are obsessed with Hitler. It makes me, how especially like in high school or something, a girl kind of act like, oh, I can't stand him. I just can't stand him. When really she's trying to get a date with the dude. The reality is, if she
reverse psychology. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Giant reverse. And I think these people really like Hitler. They cannot stop putting him in every scenario. That is bizarre. When you've got I love the guy, and I have an autistic child, so I can say this with no guilt.
Right.
When you've got a borderline autistic guy, just the way that he acts, the way that he lives, moves through his life, he's a freaking genius off the chart, not unlike my child. And he puts his hand on his heart and extends it to the crowd, and you report that as a Nazi salute. You are some kind of different evil, or totally in love with Hitler. Well, it may be the same kind of thing.
Well, that's the thing. And I actually, on this post that was going on, this just kept on and on and on. And I said, well, actually, I told this is exactly what you said. He was thanking everybody from his heart and giving it out. And man, they call me like, you must be a little Nazi. You must be a Nazi. You must be a little Nazi, which is totally wrong because I weigh 250 pounds. Ain't nothing little about me. I'm short.
No.
Yeah, I'm not little.
And you're not a Nazi. You're nasty. You're a little bit nasty, but you're not a Nazi. That's different. Maybe they just can't pronounce the word nasty.
Say that
may
3 times quickly.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Nazi. Ain't no Nazi, but you got all these pictures now. You got everybody, Biden, you got Obama, and they've even got here the lead guy, or not the lead guy, but the Indian dude on the Village People. They got him appearing to do a Nazi salute during the Trump dance. Did y'all see that?
Well, the Native American population's secretly Nazis, I'm sure. Don't you reckon?
Well, let me ask you something.
I'm joking, obviously. Good Lord. It's just so weird how they will try anything
Right.
to make up a new lie. They're not even good at it anymore.
No,
I think this is the last stand of wokeness.
It is
like desperation time
Yeah.
when somebody waving to the crowd
Mhm.
is considered a Nazi salute. So
This is what happens when you finally take the pacifier away from the child that has had it
Right.
way too long.
yeah.
They just scream and lose their minds. But
I don't know. This
Still
guy
gotta-
here with the Village People up there, the Scottish, they're saying that doing the Nazi salute or whatever, the Indian dude, he looks a lot like that Jacob dude that was just
he
partying.
does. He does. Yeah.
Horns on his head and all that.
Yeah.
He's a free man. He actually
Is-
lived here.
That guy lives in your town?
He did for a while. Yeah, he was
No
here.
kidding.
Maybe that's where he got radicalized. He listened to the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it.
I was just going to say that. That's your proudest accomplishment. You send him forth to Washington.
There you go. We pick him good down here, but he does look a lot like it. Yeah.
We ought to figure out some way to get Trump to give a preemptive pardon to everybody that listens to the morning dish, just to make sure they're all okay.
Yeah,
So
they definitely
we
need
can't
it.
sneak up on them later.
Yeah, they definitely need it. That is so funny. Yeah. I don't know, man. Lots going on with this, and all the J6 have been released, and man, they got out there, bless their hearts, all them old folks with their walkers, they were evil people, and they got out there, sang Lee Greenwood's song, Proud to Be an American. Did y'all see that, where they actually all of them got together and started singing Proud to Be an American? Man,
Yeah, pretty great. There was so much that has happened since noon Monday. I'm serious. We talk about it being a fire hose. This is not a fire hose. This is a much bigger pipe. There's just so much coming at one time. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm loving it though. Are you not?
You know what? I spent actually my wife and I spent the day pretty much standing and applauding most of the time. It's tiring. I got to tell you, I was worn out. Worn out. Here, this is the absolute truth. I'm not a giant NFL fan ever since some idiot started kneeling. It just rubbed me wrong and I got mad.
Right.
So may not pay attention this time of year. I'll probably watch these games this weekend. But my shift was to college football, which I've always loved, but man, I'm all in. I'm all in for college football. At around 11 p.m. on Monday night, it occurred to me that the national championship college football game had been played that evening, and I had not given it one thought. I didn't watch one frame of it. I missed the whole thing. I'm told it was a really good game.
Well,
I didn't care. I didn't care. It couldn't compete with all the rest of the stuff I was enjoying.
I'm with you on that 100%. But that's the thing. I got out of, back young when I was in school, I never was much of a football guy or sports or all that. And then I got into women's mud wrestling and that just wiped it all out.
Yeah.
I'd much rather watch that as I had a football game. But anyway,
I hear you. Yeah.
Hey, we got to get to a break. I want to talk about a few things, and we're going to talk about that when we come back. And I sent you some stuff on that mRNA, or what is that called?
mRNA.
Yeah, the J6 release. I want your take on that because you actually know a lot of folks that was locked up, and the mRNA thing's going around right now. I'd like to get on that, take your see what you think about that, and Pat, you can weigh in on that too. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All righty, we're back with you, folks. Hope everybody's doing good out there on this Wednesday, Wild Wednesday. We have got Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter, with us, and we've got a lot to cover, but we just won't talk about the mRNA. But Jay Bailey wants to know about the Billy Ray Cyrus performance. Are you kidding me?
That was a performance.
What that was. Oh man, it's hard to feel sorry for him though, but
We
yeah,
should talk about Carrie Underwood's performance.
man, she rocked it, did she not?
She is again with the lies. That whole thing has been so misreported, so wrong. There's so many people saying so many terrible things about her. And I'm telling you, from somebody that has done this my whole life,
Right.
and quite frankly, like take the national anthem. I love singing the national anthem. A lot of
That's
people don't
hard.
want to do it. I love it. I love it. And here's why I'm comfortable with it. I don't have to hit the notes.
Right.
I do most
Right.
of the time, but I have for decades always encouraged the audience to sing with me. I said, then I get up and say, I don't think this song was ever supposed to be a solo.
Right.
I think we all ought to sing this. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So when that track glitched and clearly failed, and I'm wondering where that guy's living these days. Good grief.
You're fired.
But when that happened, honestly, because of the way that I've handled those moments, I thought, just sing it, girl, just sing it. And no sooner did I say it than she said, I can just sing it.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was so much better than it would have been with the perfect track and the
And
perfect.
she did what you just said. She asked everybody to sing along with her.
She did
I
exactly that.
don't understand what the controversy is, Gary.
I don't either.
How
I
have
don't.
people manipulated what happened? A technical glitch, and then proof that she got a voice. She's got pipes, boy.
Oh, seriously. Well, it's in the same boat as Elon touching his heart and suddenly making a Nazi salute. They're lying. They're lying. I don't know why it amazes me that liars continue to lie, but they're taking it to such a level. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Just bizarre.
On the Billy Ray Cyrus thing, and I know you're friends with Billy Ray, but he obviously needs auto tune from what I could hear when he started.
He always did, just for the record. And he wouldn't be mad at me saying that. You think he doesn't know? You think he doesn't know? Come on.
Oh man, he was just wandering around up there. What's going on with the hippie hair and all that kind of stuff? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
Willie Nelson can pull that off, but I don't know where he's coming from. But yeah, he did terrible. Bless his heart. I don't know if he feels it today, but I know everybody else is. But
he'll be all right. He'll be fine. He rallies.
There you go. Yeah. Maybe he'll write a song about it. Yeah, I screwed up the inauguration. But I didn't Music City Connection, wasn't they involved in that somehow up there?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was thinking they were involved some. So I know you were the Huckabee thing. We was hoping you'd get the Huckabee show. Is it done now? Are they gonna
I think they're gonna just fold it up. I think they're gonna fold it up. The last conversation I had with the number 2 man there at that network, I think he wanted me to find the money to do that show. And I was like, dude, I've probably got some friends that might get behind that.
Yeah.
But if we do that, it's not called the Huckabee Show anymore. You know?
No.
I was offering to fill in for a while and have some fun and keep the ball rolling and until they had another plan. But no. And that's okay. I'm busy down in Columbia anyway with other nefarious plans.
Oh, Columbia?
Yeah, not the country, the town.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that from you because I know you're a pilot, and I'm thinking pilot, Columbia, entrepreneur. Yeah, that could work out good for all.
He's also stubborn. That's why he's in Colombia.
Yeah, good point.
Like those mules, right?
Yes.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all. This mRNA vaccine that everybody's talking about. What's your take on this? I mean, it's actually the vaccine is actually it's actually changes your DNA. Am I reading that right? Is that the way?
Yeah. Well, I can sum it up in a sentence. I will never take an mRNA vaccine for anything.
Right.
Ever. Because it is not a traditional, hey, we found something that can kill this disease. It's not. It changes who you are. And it does horrible horrible things, particularly to your cardiovascular system. We talked about this, I'm sure, and
Right.
and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope God steps in and does what only He can do. But there's it's a dark cloud hanging right now for what can happen to anybody that took that. I'm sorry. So no, I when you said that, I looked, and did you know that on Friday, January 17th, the Health and Human Services gave $590 million to accelerate the pandemic influenza mRNA based vaccine development for the bird flu, essentially.
Right.
On their last day, they did something that, I mean, it'll just have to get undone. But I
Right.
texted my buddy that is the chief scientific officer for RFK Jr.'s operation. I texted him a link to that and just said, wondering how this will be addressed and when. Thoughts? And he hasn't responded yet because he's on California time, so he's probably not awake yet.
Well, if it comes in while we're on the show, I'd like to know
I
what
will, and I'll let you know. But
it's.
I think they did it just for spite because they know that's not going to last. Not under him. Are you kidding me?
Well,
Not a chance.
it triggered.
Assuming that he gets confirmed, he's the only one I think that's in any kind of danger
Really?
in the long run.
Wait a second. Didn't the fast track of the COVID vaccine happen under Trump? And aren't two of them based on mRNA?
They are.
The Pfizer and Madura were both mRNA.
Moderna. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. Yes. Two things that I think I've already stated that I think are true. Trump is not perfect. He's not. I think he totally screwed that up. I do. We should have never had that vaccine in our world. It shouldn't have happened. Period.
So do you think he's going to bring that money back? Do you think he's going to stop that research?
If he can, and RFK Jr. is in charge of HHS, yes, sir. Absolutely. He will not want his name attached to that. No way.
Right.
No.
Well, now, one of the things is this mRNA that I understand, this vaccine, that they're actually growing it from baby fetus parts, live baby fetus parts.
Dude, it is. If you really want to go down that road, with everything having to do with that vaccine and where it started and where it came from and who's behind it, how it developed, who's making all the stinking money on it, you're going to just get madder and madder. I don't know if you want to do it or not. Just let it suffice to say it's evil. It needs to stop.
Well, I just wonder, how do they end up getting these baby parts? Where do they come from? Is this a conspiracy theory?
So you are going down this road.
Yeah. In spite of your best warning, he's just.
I tried. I tried.
Take the shovel away from him, somebody, please.
We want to know, but I mean, where do these baby parts come from? Is this tied in with the Planned Parenthood? Is that one of the reasons they're pushing this so much, because they make so much money from the baby parts? I mean, I'm just a question out there. I'm asking.
Well, my answer is I can't imagine where else they would get them.
I don't know.
Can you?
Pat?
Anybody?
Hey, I'm not getting in the hole.
Yeah.
You're in the hole by yourself, buddy.
But I mean, this is a question we need to know. So I mean, if this is tied to Planned Parenthood and they're pushing this so much because of we can sell these parts and we make, could you imagine how much money that comes from that?
Yeah, it's almost as much as you could make for insisting that COVID patients get on remdesivir and get ventilated. It's almost the same. Maybe more. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of money.
That's a question I want to know. I mean, these baby parts has got to come from somewhere. I mean, and the thing about it, you're finding out like ivermectin and that is actually curing a lot of this stuff. Why not? Hey, let's check into what's going on with this ivermectin. Why don't we investigate that?
Well, this will take a minute or two, not long, but if you've got it, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
a personal story. There's a fellow named Bob Farrell that comes to a monthly lunch that I think I've talked about. It's a bunch of old guys that have been in music a long time. Bob is a great guy. He's been fighting liver cancer for a year or so, longer than many fight it. And his last visit about 3 months ago to his oncologist, they said, well, here's a new regimen of chemo we want to put you on. It's a little aggressive, but yada, 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 all this stuff. And he said, no, you guys take care, and walked out of the office. And he walked into lunch this last Wednesday. He's not been there in months and months. He walked in looking better than that old man has looked in a long time.
Right.
Sat down and started telling us that he had decided to opt out of the chemo, and that he was on a protocol, a treatment that a fella up in Canada
Mm-hmm.
had developed. It was ivermectin, fenbendazole. Now, granted, horse wormer and dog wormer when it gets right down to it. That and doing his best to stay away from any sugar.
Sugar,
Because
yeah, sugar's a big deal.
cancer cannot live on anything except sugar.
Right.
And when you stop feeding it, guess what? It dies.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's good. And then at the end, I said, man, who's the guy in Canada? Because I just had it. I felt it in my gut. He said, some guy, Bacchus. I said, dude, I had dinner with that guy 2 months ago.
Really?
Remember when I went out to Phoenix and hosted the thing? He was one of the presenters on the whole thing. He's brilliant. He's the guy that the Canadians took his doctor's license away. They took his medical license away because he was not obeying the rules. So he became a life coach.
Right.
Okay.
I love it.
And he doesn't have patients anymore. He has clients, and his clients, he gives them just thoughts, ideas that they should ponder regarding their life choices, and where they might find some substances, some things that might help them walk out those choices. And he, through his practice, if you can call it that, with he's not a doctor, they're healing every kind of cancer, every one of them. I'm telling you, there's great stuff coming, dude. If we'll just open our eyes. We've been so blinded by the big pharma black curtain across the truth. When that thing gets pulled back, dude, there's a lot of good things waiting for us.
I don't think it's a black curtain. I think it's a green curtain, the color of mud.
Yeah, good point. I think it's so dark green though that it looks black from my point of view. It does.
Hey, we got to get to another break. We got a comment up there. We'll get to that. What is the comment, Pat? You read that? I don't even see it. I'm so far away.
This link has the man in front of Trump talking yesterday about the new mRNA.
Yeah, exactly.
Vaccine.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I think
it's
another.
That was in the news like a week ago. That the two combination that you just talked about,
mm-hmm.
And I want to say that came from the Cancer Institute. I don't know where.
I think they will have to start embracing it because too many people know about it now. So they'll have to go, oh, look what we found. That wouldn't shock me. That would not shock me. No.
All right, let's get to a quick break. We'll talk about that. We go back on the other side. All righty, we're back with you. You want to touch on this comment just a minute before we go any further? Oh, hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What was it? What was the comment?
Read it there, Pat.
The link has the man in front of Trump talking yesterday about the new mRNA cancer vaccine. I don't know.
Well, I know one thing. This is something I want to ask y'all.
Sorry, I had to scream at a screaming child.
That's all right.
No, yeah, I've seen it. It's the is that the AI thing that the Oracle fella and all those guys?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I said it a minute ago, and I'm gonna say it as soon as I saw that live actually, and I believe that's a mistake. I do. I want to be ahead in the AI race. I think that's a good idea, but for that to be focused on mRNA in any way, I think anything having to do with that process is something we need to stay away from. I do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But in terms of if AI is going to find the cure for cancer, guess what it's going to find first? Horse wormer and dog wormer.
And it's going to say duh at the end of it. Duh.
Yeah, it will say idiot. It's what it's going to say.
Hey,
You needed me for this?
Yeah. Y'all are idiots. Anyway, okay. Well, we got these preemptive pardons, that presidential pardons that he has put on Fauci and all these people. Okay, we're following all that. So.
Is that a thing, Pat? Do you know if that's a thing? Is that a real thing? Preemptive pardon? How can
Apparently,
you
it
be pardoned
is.
for How can you be pardoned for something you've not even been charged with?
Well, apparently it is because it's been done and nobody's challenged it.
That just seems so counter. That's just not smart. It doesn't make sense to me. That's like, drowning before you learn to swim. I don't, jumping in the
Well,
deep end of the pool when it's just out of order. It's just
Gary,
wrong
Gary,
somehow.
remember who's doing it?
Yeah,
I
good
mean,
point.
come on. Most of what he did was out of order.
That's
Well,
true.
It didn't make any sense.
does this not state that, hey, these folks are guilty, though? Does that not just say,
Of
hey,
course it does.
yeah.
What I read
No,
somewhere that
no.
that's actually no, Pat. I didn't think so either because again, that doesn't make sense. But I believe legally there is precedence for if you accept a pardon, you are acknowledging your guilt.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think there's actually precedence for it, but we'll
I
see.
think
It'll
you're
all
right
pan
if
out,
you accept a pardon for a specific crime that
right?
you ultimately, because Biden wanted to get those guys off of death row, and two
Mhm.
of them refused to move off of death row.
Mhm.
And their case is that their case is stronger if they're under the death penalty than it would be if they were under
Right,
life
right.
imprisonment. Plus the fact that when you do that, when you accept the pardon or the commutation off of death row,
Mhm.
you are admitting your guilt.
Well,
Okay.
I could talk about the drunk elephant in the room. The only ones that didn't get pardoned was the white guys. I don't understand that, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than just the white guys. It's the white guys who did things against minorities.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Let me ask you this. This come across. This is something I'm going to ask you. It says the pardon halts or prevents federal prosecution. Okay, it does not prevent individual states from pursuing their own charges.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. Yeah,
is that true?
That is
that's
true.
true. And here's the other thing, in a general sense. I know the truth will set you free.
Right.
That is the absolute reality. The truth will also kind of put you in its own prison.
Right.
Once the truth is out about all of what any of these people really did or did not do,
Mm-hmm.
their lives are over, dude. Where are
Right.
they gonna go? Where do you go? I mean, you can go to your nice house that you paid for with all the money you stole, and
Right.
you can stay there. You can just be a stinking hermit the rest of your life. But as far as having a full life engaging with the world, you're done
Yeah.
because everywhere you go, you're going to be that guy.
Who are we talking about here?
I mean, good.
Fauci is at the top of the list. He's at the
Fauci's
top.
Fauci's 85 years old. He's
Great,
retired. He
great.
doesn't
I'd
care
like
a
for
flip.
I'd love for his last 5 years to be lived in this reality.
How
How
about
about that?
Cheney? How about Cheney?
Yeah, yeah. She's got a
Cheney,
few more days left.
Cheney's got property in Wyoming.
Great, great. She can
Big
wander around with the
big
buffaloes,
deal.
but she can't go to the store. She can't go get groceries.
She
Yeah.
never went to the store and brought groceries in her life.
You're
What
missing
about
the point.
Adam
I
Schiff?
know what I want to know what the point is, but I don't think there is really a point. It's like talking about the 51 intelligence officers. 3/4 of those guys are retired, and the other
Yeah,
quarter are in positions where they don't need a security clearance. It's like,
dude, those positions are based on their ability to get information and sell it to the military industrial complex. They lost their gig. They
nah, they don't
lost.
have a gig. They're all retired.
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
it's like I didn't like the lady, the former mayor of Atlanta, that resigned from the administration, and
right,
2 weeks later, Trump fired her. What?
right.
What is? It doesn't make sense.
So let me give you a hypothetical, Pat. You're
Okay.
not Pat. You're not Pat. You are General Mark Milley.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you're going to go get on a plane today and fly somewhere. How's that trip going to go for you? Is there going to be very many people like me on that plane?
So,
that might
so
trip and spill
what
their
you're saying is
Diet
that
Coke on him. I'm
boorish,
just telling you,
boorish behavior is now going to be acceptable.
Yeah, it's fine.
More
No,
boorish,
it's not
boorish
acceptable.
behavior.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah, there you go.
The anger that these people are going to generate when the truth is known cannot be avoided.
Gary, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but in about
The
3
what?
weeks,
Brad.
nobody's going to remember who the hell Mark Milley was.
Okay,
Period.
I will.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You're the exception.
So will you. So will you. You're a
Yeah,
smart guy. You'll remember his name.
But nobody cares about him anymore.
Okay.
I don't know. John Bolton, they said that president has removed his Secret Service protective detail.
Go back to the pardons for just a second. Remember when
Yeah.
Trump was just coming out of office? So I guess the comparison is Trump could have pardoned himself, his whole family, and done all these
Sure.
preemptive pardons for all these people, but he didn't do it. Now, Biden is doing that. But if you look back at some quotes of some of these Democrat lawmakers said, let's look at Chuck Schumer. This is in 2020, right as Trump was leaving. A pardon is supposed to be a form of clemency for someone who has been convicted. For the president to issue a preemptive pardon, particularly to his family or allies, would be an abuse of power and would violate the public's trust.
Yeah. Well,
Nancy Pelosi, if the president were to pardon anyone who has not been convicted of a crime, it would be an abuse of power. This pardon is meant for people who have been convicted of crimes, not for those who might commit crimes or might have committed crimes. Adam Schiff said basically the same thing. So where is all these people with Biden doing that now?
Becky,
You know,
when was the last time a politician cared what they said 4 years ago?
you don't think that's changing now? You don't think there's a new order of responsibility and openness? You don't see that coming?
I hope so. I hope so, but I don't think so.
This is why we were talking about the mRNA vaccines earlier, and Gary made a statement that said, "I think Trump was wrong."
He was.
We're capable of thinking for ourselves is the difference.
Yeah.
And forming judgments of our own.
That's always been one of the things that marked a conservative. They thought for themselves rather than groupthink on the liberal side. That's not new.
Yeah, and something you're gonna make mistakes, man. You're human. You know what I'm saying?
The music's been playing for a long time.
Yeah.
He just took the knob and twisted it real hard to the right.
Yeah.
It's louder. It's louder music now. I'm telling you.
So we got Nate. Do you want to take him after the break, or you want to go now? I guess we're going to do it now. Nate, what's up, buddy?
Hey, it's Jordan anyhow. I just wanted to say, as an active duty military member right now, myself and probably everybody I know that's active and guard will always remember General Mark Milley's name and in disgust
Right.
as well.
Thank you, sir, for your service and your honesty. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Gary.
So what does Pat Malone know? He's in a gated community. We got to get to a break. Yeah.
Did you say Malone was in a gay community?
Gay.
Oh, good.
Gated.
Thanks,
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Gary. You
I'm
just
sorry.
added to the misinformation.
It's the connection. The connection's weird. Sorry.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, well, we got to get to a break.
Hey, thanks, Nate.
Yeah, thanks, Nate.
All right. See y'all.
All righty, we're back with you, and hope everybody's doing good. Looks like Gary is still fixing him a biscuit and something. He's not back with us, but Pat Malone is. How are you, Pat?
I'm good, Stephen. In spite of the 45 minutes of beatings there.
Oh, you ain't taking no beatings. We're just trying to straighten you out, man. Can you?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, can you read the comments there? What we got up now? I can't hardly see.
Thanks for all the laughs every day, Packy and Stephen. Keep up the good work, Gary. You as well. You all are doing big things. That comes from Jody Cox.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Jody.
Yeah.
Ronnie Maxwell says, talking about the mRNA vaccine, please support the Women's Enrichment Center in Blairsville. Great organization that supports the Appalachia area. Awesome Christian people who have a great heart. Well, I think we all agree with that one.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I agree with that. So, hey, we got Adam Schiff, man. Before we go, I know we run out of time. I like talking to Gary, and but is he the Senate Judiciary? How do you say that?
Judiciary. Yeah.
Committee.
Judiciary.
Is he still on that? Or they removed him from that? Or are they going to?
No, they can't remove him.
Why not?
You're appointed to those committees by your own party.
Yeah.
Hakeem Jeffries is the only guy that can remove him, and he's not going to do it.
No.
He should. Would you not think?
Well, yeah, but I
Why?
mean, they're still who they are, and they're going to keep doing what they do. They're just not going to be any good at it anymore.
What would be the reason?
Because he's got beady eyes and a crooked grin. You can't trust nobody with beady eyes and crooked grin. Look at Chuck
And a
Schumer.
pencil neck. Pencil neck is a problem. His head's too big for his neck. Just for the visual alone, we need to get rid of him.
I'm so glad Trump's back. He's got nicknames for everybody. Don't you just love it? Oh, Lord, man. Oh, I had something I was going to say, and I went right out of my mind. It does that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Does your brain ever just quit on you?
Yeah. I kind of enjoy the break. Man, good news. Good. This is for me. This is very exciting. Have you seen the new Marine One, the new presidential helicopter?
I have not.
Woo, brother. Oh my gosh. It is the VH-92A Patriot. Replaces the old Sea King that they used to fly around in.
Right.
Man, that thing.
Who
What a
who built
beast.
that
What a
thing? Sikorsky didn't get that contract,
No,
did they?
I have not read all the stuff, but I'm looking at it, and I believe that's a Bell helicopter. Looks like it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
Bell did that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is cool. It is very
Yeah.
cool.
Man.
But you're right, though, Stephen. It is interesting he would stay on those committees. I still have these pulled up. He had a quote about preemptive pardons, too. Adam Schiff did. A preemptive pardon is an abuse of power. A pardon should come after someone has been convicted and served time. For the president to grant pardons for those who have not been charged would set a dangerous precedent and undermine the rule of law. Adam Schiff got a preemptive pardon yesterday.
Yeah,
Or day before.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
It's all right now. It's okay.
It tastes different now. It tastes different. It needed to age a little.
Yeah, it's funny how
Pardons are like wine. They need to age. For
Here
a
you
bit.
go. You know,
I mean, you guys are happy about this. I don't think Adam Schiff really gives a shit.
Oh, that's funny. And
I don't think he cares that people think badly of him, or that he's been caught saying double-faced stuff, and none of them do that.
All he's got to do is hop on. Well, for one, he's in DC, so he's in a bubble of stupidity.
Yeah.
Then all he's got to do is hop on a jet, I'm sure a private one that we're paying for, and fly back to San Francisco, where he's once again in a giant bubble of stupidity.
Yeah.
You're right. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I get that.
Yeah, I don't understand, all the concern about these people, because they don't care. Why should we care?
Well, we should. Okay, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. What the heck?
Well,
I think California's going to be doing some changing after all this fire business going on out there. I really do.
Yes, sir.
I think there'll be some change.
Well,
how many people are in California, Stephen? Like 20 million. How many people were directly affected by the fire?
The rich and the ones that's always
not even a million.
Yeah.
Can I weigh in when you get done? Because I see your point.
Yeah.
As far as how many people are in California, the answer is less. For the first time in history, they are having a giant population decline. As far as how many people were affected by the fire and what it's going to do, it wasn't that many people, but it represented about 50% of the California tax base. Mm-hmm. That's going to leave. Those people are not rebuilding on toxic dirt covered in electric vehicle battery poison. They're not. They're going to leave.
Yeah, and you're making my point for me, because you're right. Those people will leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to change the state. It's their money that's going to change the state, dude. The tax base is going to go away.
It's not going to change the state. They're still going to be radical liberals.
If they ain't got no money, it's kind of hard to be like that, ain't it, Pat?
Oh, come on.
They
can espouse all that stuff. They do something. You need to support us out here. We lost our tax base.
Do you think Karen Bass is going to remain the mayor of Los Angeles?
No.
You think Rick Caruso is going to win the special election that they'll probably have? The guy that with his own money protected his own property with his own billionaire, thank God he could afford it, fire brigade. His whole property.
He's got a
surrounding
chance.
Property.
He's got a chance.
And you think he's going to sit on his hands and not do something about the stupidity that rules that place for decades?
I think the legislature will frustrate him beyond belief.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't care, but he can't do it unilaterally.
Dude, he will turn into the Trump of California.
Wow.
And it turns out that historically
he
can
will
actually
he
affect
will
things.
do a whole bunch of executive orders that in 3 years will be dissolved.
You don't think he'll get reelected because people actually saw somebody doing
Okay, in
something
8
good
years,
for him?
in 7 years they'll be dissolved. I mean, come on.
What a
This is-
dark negative bubble you
No,
live in.
no.
My God.
What does it say under my name? Pragmatist. This was
Dark
what
negative
pragmatists
bubbles,
do.
what it says on my screen. I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at
AKA the dark negative bubble.
Oh, we're out of time. Gosh, it's been so much
Shoot,
fun.
it was just getting good too.
Yeah, just getting good.
We need an inauguration every week to make this show pop.
There you go. Gary, son, get up and go at it, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Love y'all guys. Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
Y'all go check
You
out
too, Pat.
Yeah. Gary Chapman, singer-songwriter. Go to his Facebook page. Give him a like all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. And we will be back tomorrow. Paul Thorne's coming over with us tomorrow. He's got a new album out. So that being said, we'll talk to you then.